Hello there. Another droid I got to check out at WonderCon is Bernie, and this is built by Chris Lee. Chris Lee is one of those amazing builders. Some even call him a master builder. And if you happen to go to the celebration in Anaheim last time around, maybe 2022, Chris built a C-3PO there that is completely animatronic and amazing. And if you went up to the droid room and stepped through the Millennium Falcon cockpit to enter the room, that build is also one of Chris Lee's. Chris does not go for small builds, and this Bernie is a project he's talked about for a little while, and I'm so glad that he was able to bring it to WonderCon and show us his progress. It's not finished, still working out some bugs and still finishing some things, tweaking some things. It's great to have it out in an environment where you can see it and see other people respond to your build and maybe have some different perspectives from other people that are coming to look at it. So Chris was explaining that this is a clean sheet build. So this build is something where he sat down with a piece of paper and pencil and sketched some stuff out, and then he started to watch the DVD, because the DVD has some extras, and one of them is the short that is all about Bernie and his job and his life. And so Chris watched that several million times and took notes, did more drawings, and then did some screen grabs. And eventually that led him into a CAD program where he started to block out the shapes and create the drawings in CAD that would then become the CAD model that he could print out, and he could finalize a size. Once he had the size figured out, then he can try to work out where motors will go and servos and things to control Bernie. So you can see Bernie has a lot of articulation and is actually able to convey a lot of emotion because of that and his eyes. And he's got 5 servos in each arm. The shoulders can move up and down and out, and the arms are very articulate. The head also tilts forward and back, side to side, and it can also pivot from side to side. And Bernie can run along his track to the light fixtures at either side and perform his duties as a maintenance robot that slightly interacts with Wally and Eve when they're flying around the ship. So this is really an amazing job. Again, a work in progress. I did ask Chris about the lights in the eyes, and we had some footage, but unfortunately it is gone. A Jawa took my SD card, I think, or I didn't record or something. And the panel that he used for the eyes is actually the same type that is used when they make the giant LED displays now. They have modular panels. They can all snap together and pass along signal and power. And one of those is in Bernie's head. And then Chris was able to put a Raspberry Pi interface on the back of it, and that allowed him to program it and create the 2 eyes and all of the motion and the emotion that you're seeing in them now. So I'm sure Chris is going to continue to tweak all of this stuff, but it just looks amazing. People came up, like the gentleman you just saw there, who came up to it, and he was very enthusiastic. That's also why I'm not using the audio from this video, because it's very loud there, and lots of people are encountering different robots and stormtroopers and Spider-Men and Pokemon walking around. There's some Klingons in the background there. So it's very noisy, not a great place to talk to somebody about their build, but Chris indulged us nonetheless. While there was a problem that cropped up, and Chris was trying to diagnose it. It looked like it might be a Kyber board, and lucky for him, Matt Hobbs, who is developing the board, was there and able to help Chris diagnosed the problem. Chris got the Kyber board along with a remote control that he purchased from a third party. So he didn't know the state of it. And it looks like maybe that Kyber board had been messed with or soldered onto or dropped on its head or something that caused it to possibly malfunction. Lucky that Matt was there on hand with another one to swap out and test to diagnose the problem. Incidentally, the Kyber board goes into a FreeSky remote and allows you to add more touchscreen functionality and also a sound function to your build, and I'm sure there's other features that I don't know about. I don't have one, but definitely good stuff. They got the problem diagnosed, and Chris was able to keep the droid running over the weekend, and we look forward to seeing it in the future running scripts and doing some of the animation that Chris has planned for it. Check out the Bernie short on the Wally DVD. It may also be on the Disney Channel, Disney Plus. I'm not sure about that. I've got a few more that I can add to this WonderCon series. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.
And then you don't have power running in here. That power's